was getting my undergrad in psychology. I knew I really liked psychology, but psychology's a huge field. And I was like, do I want to do research? Do I want to do practice therapy? I wasn't really sure. So I think one of the biggest things that I started here, and just like the classes that I chose to take here, really kind of helped me figure out where my interest was. I think another big thing that helped is really research each one of those professions and talk to people in that field of what they do every day. I talked to some psychologists, and I realized I don't really want to do a lot of testing with people all the time. I want to work with people one-on-one. So, yeah.
I actually decided on a graduate school mostly because of the package that they offered me. I had a full graduate assistantship, so I went to graduate school for free. The downside of that is you work. I worked 30 hours a week, helping 4 to 6 professors. I graded papers, I graded tests, I held office hours. I did probably as much work for the professors than I did for myself in class.
And so I did physics here at St. John's, and then I did mechanical engineering at the University of Minnesota. And that whole process took me 6 years, actually, not only because it was 2 degrees, but it was, I did a number of internships. So that really helped me, I think kind of echoing what was said previously, it helped me kind of crystallize, okay, where do I want to go with my future career? What do I need to do to get there? And is graduate school necessary for that? I wasn't totally sure.
And went abroad to Australia my junior year and came back, and I was sure I wanted to be a lawyer. And so what I did to kind of prepare is I looked into the community, the St. Cloud community, and for internships I could do, or places that I could work for free, just to get some kind of experience. And an advantage that you have, as for those of you who are interested in the law, of being in this area, is that there isn't a law school up here. So during the school year, firms don't have law students or people with legal training that come in to intern for them or to clerk for them. So there's an opening there, and there's a market for you guys to offer your services and to get some experience that, you know, people in the cities would not have. And then you can kind of get a taste for it, and you can kind of see, you know, is this really something I want to do?
So I had the time, and I was able to do work full-time and still go to school part-time. And obviously then the tuition reimbursement helps the situation. So
that's another thing to also look at, like when you're choosing a graduate school, like how much is this going to cost me, and what am I going to get out of it? Like,
as far as I recommend taking a prep course for the LSAT. I did that, and I thought it was helpful. There are little tricks. There's these things called logic games on the test, and I could talk more about this if people are interested. But there's just little tricks that this class can teach you that I don't think you could get on your own. And so I would recommend taking a prep course. I would recommend talking to lawyers. I would recommend trying to take the LSAT in the spring of your junior year, and then get ready to fill out those applications.
It would have been helpful if I had more experience under my belt actually before I started. Carlson is a lot of case study based classes, so you know we'll read cases and then discuss them. And I found that a lot of the more experienced students in the classes have a lot more to draw on when we're talking about these, you know, talking about how they handle different situations or issues that they've run into at work. Whereas I don't have as much, so it's more, for me, it's more factual based on what I'm reading in the cases and, you know, my thoughts on that.
To treat it, when I was a full-time student at least, to treat it like a job, treat it like a 9-to-5 job going to school. A lot of your time is not in class, it's out of class. But if you treat it like you have a work day, and you have this much time to get all your hours in of studying, and then you have some time for yourself afterwards. And working before going to school gets you kind of in that routine, gets you out of the college routine. I guess if I would have went right in, I should explain. I graduated in December of 2009. I went an extra semester. I call it my victory lap. And So then I had 8 months before law school where I worked full-time, had a few jobs, and that got me in that kind of routine. Versus if I would have went right in, I think I still would have been in the college routine, would have wasted a lot of time, watched a lot of TV, taken a lot of naps, and missed out on the hours that I could have been studying. So I think that's definitely one of the advantages of working for a little bit.